All right, Kyle, where the heck are we?
This is a special view of what I'm very excited about for Scuttlebutt Reef. This exhibit is what we are in-house calling SR4, Scuttlebutt Reef exhibit number 4. This is the one that I'm primarily going to be working on. This is our new live coral tank, focusing on Indo-Pacific reef habitat. The volume of the tank is around 5,000 gallons, which for reference, our old live coral was about 850. When you add in all the filtration and the plumbing, this is going to be about 6,000 gallons total, which our other one, with that 850 gallon tank, its filtration was around 1,300 gallons total.
So right now, obviously, it's empty. What are you planning to do? It's currently January. The exhibit's opening in early March. What happens between now and then to transform this into something that is going to really wow guests?
Yeah, right now it's just a big empty box, literally. I mean, it's a fiberglass box. It has an acrylic window. It has a bunch of plumbing hooked up, which has been a big thing lately. This week, our plumbers have been hard at work. We've got what we call life support, aka filtration. So down there, they've got the pumps going. They've got the heat exchanger mounted on the wall. This big gray box is what we call the sump. So our plumbers had some contractors come in to help them as well, get all that ways to move the water from the tank to the filtration and back again. So protein skimmer over there in the corner as well. Kind of a simple system, all in, but it's big stuff. It's a lot of 3-inch pipe. The 3-inch goes into 6-inch. So it's a lot of plumbing and kind of long runs of it. So they've been hustling to get that done this week. They should finish up. We're going to do a test fill, hopefully end of the week. They're getting it wired right now as well. Got some electricians in here working. And we're hopefully going to be able to run this week. So we're going to do a test fill with tap water, make sure all the system works as we designed it, as we intended to. And if that goes well, we'll drain it back out, and then I have 8,000 pounds of dry rock. Basically the infrastructure, the foundation of the entire reef is dry rock. So bouldery pieces of rock that they actually mine in Florida. So it's big porous rock that makes a great substrate. It's ancient reef that they're mining out of the ground. So we're gonna stack the foundation. I've gotten with our designers, and they've really helped me kind of draw how a space of this size should look. I've put rock in thousands of reef tanks, but never anything with this much square footage. So I really got their help to kind of think, well, what would the view be if we put rock here? How would this look if we tweak this, tweak that? And they design spaces. So they really helped me kind of sketch out a design of how the rock could look. So we've got a really dynamic, really cool idea for how that 8,000 pounds of rock will transform this open box into an actual reef habitat. Basically, we want to represent the real thing. We don't just want, I use the term fish box, a fish box with some select animals that we think are pretty on their own. That's fine, that's a way to do some tanks, but this is going to be its own total ecosystem. Everything is going to live together and interact together the way it would in the reef, in the wild. It's big enough that many animals will, not even realize they're in an artificial system. Some small fish, some shrimp, things like that will, live their whole lifespan making their way in this like they would in the reefs in the wild.
Are you excited about the task ahead, or is it just a case of nerves and feeling a little bit overwhelmed?
So we've been chipping away at it for a long time. Even before the tank was here, we had rock, we had sand. I was getting coral. I built systems to start growing coral a year and a half ago. So we've been really preparing. So it's not like suddenly it's ready to run and we haven't done anything. We've been getting ready for this for a really long time. So now we're getting into the time where all that pre-planning is coming together, where we actually get to execute that plan that we've put together. All those materials we've gathered, all the animals we're bringing in, actually now kind of come to fruition and come to this reef habitat. We're not flat-footed. If we hadn't planned anything, then yeah, I'd be pretty stressed and scared about it. Now we're getting to the point where we actually get to do stuff, and all that planning comes to help. And so yeah, getting excited about it for sure. look like it when you look around here, but we're very close to being done with this particular habitat. This is the coral habitat is really coming together. It's actually full of reverse osmosis saltwater, which is the final water we're going to use. We did a freshwater test that went great, so then we drained that and refilled with the reverse osmosis saltwater. Still have some odds and ends. You can see still is a construction site because the electricians are getting the light racks ready. So there's going to be 3 individual racks that they're getting hung and wired up. The tank is going to hold 18 of these lights. These are very similar to the ones that are on the backup systems that the coral is currently growing under right now. So to switch to these lights on this exhibit, it'll be a very easy transition for those animals. So once they wrap up this, get the wiring done, I'll come through and I'll hang up these 18 lights that we got going. Then I've got to get this calcium reactor ready. This is something we can add later. So we're going to be moving animals next week essentially. We have some live rock in the sump already. That's our biological filter. And that's going to make it cycle instantly essentially. So we have this rock that's chock full of good bacteria. So as soon as it went in the tank is biologically active. We are ready to add animals pretty much as soon as we have time to do that. We got our protein skimmer is all hooked up. I did that throughout the week this week. It's 100% ready to run as soon, again, as the wiring is in place. So they're going to get that wired up. The 2 motors that need to be wired up for that will be ready. And we're close. Again, there'll be a lot of cleanup, a lot of getting everything out of here, but it's getting very close.